Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with another action figure review, kinda, sorta. It's gonna be an interesting one because today we're gonna be taking a look at the Mythic Legion's Armory Experience Metallic Red Evil Knight build from the fine folks over at Horsemen Studios, and my good buddy Patrick, who also sent the Tusk Gunner from Cosmic Legions we took a look at yesterday. Check out the link in the description below. I will leave a link to his Instagram, and you can check out all the cool custom work he does. That said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all this guy has to offer in terms of accessories, because he does actually come with a decent amount, albeit not a metric ton. He's got the standard sword I'm used to seeing. That's nice. He's got another sword, which I kind of prefer. It does go in the scabbard on his hip there. He's got a mace with a swappable Brother Mandibilith club piece, if you want to go that route. He's got a shield, standard shield with the removable handle on the back. And last but not least, if you got one of these Armory Experience figures, you got one of these random gold treasure things, I got the gourd. Personally, I think the Krampus sticks were the best one because they could actually be held by a figure. Not for nothing, there's also that character that's a Whisperling elf known as Golden Branch. I think that would have been a good accessory to get to her if you could have that figure anyways. Other than that, I would have liked the wolf, but whatever. I can at least hang this on his belt and I won't lose it. Now, as far as this figure goes, you cannot buy this, at least as far as I know, at this current time. The Horsemen are going to sell a lot of builds from LegionsCon on their site. Later on, it's like all-in set or like Legion Builders or something. So for the love of all that is holy, or unholy in this case, it is an evil knight. I mean, just look at that crimson blood red. Oh, God, that pops. Do not overpay for these on eBay. Be patient. I know it might be hard, but be patient. You'll be able to get most, if not all, these parts in these colors at some point, alright? We still got a dragon to fund. The Reign of the Beast wave, I think, is still going. It's on its last legs. They're still shipping out Figura Obscura, I'm sure, but, you know, just be patient, alright? There's no need to overpay for something like this. But, for those of you who watched my Tusk Gunner review from yesterday, you might remember I pulled this guy out for comparison. This is the Red Jet. He is the Tusk pilot, and essentially this is the Mythic Legion's version of that. Looking very sharp with those colors. Very, very sharp. So you could easily mix and match these two if you wanted. Have something even better, if you so choose. That said, taking a closer look at him. See, he's got the scabbard hanging off his hip there. Again, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to review this because it's something you can't buy, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you're patient and get this, whatever figure they offer in these colors, you're going to like it. The paint is absolutely gorgeous. They did a bang-up job of that. As far as the joints go, though, there are some things to talk about. So, the head, standard ball, but it does have the disc hinge. So you can shift them like a pile driver. Very interesting. Didn't expect that. But you can do it. He's got a little bit of tilt, a little bit up and down, just on the ball itself, and then the hinge does work. He does have swivel in the neck, but the head gets so much range like that, you don't really need it. Shoulders will go out to the side about that far. Back down, they will rotate forward and back. He's got a single jointed elbow with rotation. Bicep swivel. Swivel at the wrist with a hinge. I will tell you, the shoulders feel okay. A little loose, but not bad. Elbows, those could be tighter. Especially this one. On mine, this one feels rather loose, but it actually feels like it's stiffened up a little bit. Torso. Now this is a tight joint. I actually had to crack this thing loose. It does bobble back and forth, like so. Moves that far forward, that far back, tilt a little bit. It does rotate. Not too loose there. Hips will kick forward and back. He will kick out to the side, very tight on the hip. Out to the side, that's nice. Thigh cut works fine. Knees. Now I will tell you, they're kind of tricky to straighten out. So let me do a little trick here. You gotta pop it forward, and you gotta rotate it and make it squeak in order to get it to straighten out. That's just the nature of the beast, guys. There's no straightening this out without warping this leg a bit. But once you do that, it's straight, it's fine, looks good. He does have the swivel and of course the hinge. I'll show you the range here. He's got the Valiant Knight limbs, so he's got more articulation than your average knight builder. There you go. Just hope I'm not messing up the paint doing that. But that's how you get them straightened out, because these knee pads are so big and they're not made for these parts necessarily. It's a little tricky to get them to line up, but you can do it. And as far as his feet go, he's got the ball hinge, so they will rotate and they will hinge back and forth and pivot. He's got pig holes at the bottom of the feet if you want to throw him on a stand, like I tend to do, so I don't want this guy to get scratched. Very, very nice. I like this guy quite a bit. Quite a bit. I guess will be nice. Where's this sword at? Put that on there. That way he's got a weapon. He's got a weapon. A lot. Should be worth noting the belt and strap are new for this too. I think this is like a black belt here, and then the strap is also black. And it's the newer one with the little kind of bobbles on it we saw with the Skeleton Legion Builder 2. So very, very, very nice. I will say my only gripe with this is that he does not have an alternate option up here. It's just the spike. I would like that dragon accoutrement in that color. That would have been kind of cool. Or a plume or something. Considering they gave like the Vorgus Vermilius Gorgo Aetherblade helmet like options, it's surprising that this didn't have more options, or that's all there was. Because initially I wanted that Gorgo head because that's my favorite head sculpt, but they were all out of those, so I got this one instead. This one is Sir Owen and Lord Dragul and Kador and the like. So it's a good knight helmet, to say the very least. If you want a good knight helmet, I think this is probably the best kind of standard one. My second choice would have been the Templar, but that was also gone. So that's just how it is. You get what you get and you don't get upset, man. I mean, if it weren't for my buddy Patrick, I wouldn't have one of these at all. So again, shout out to him. Before we wrap this up, whatever you want to call this video, jibber jabber about a cool looking figure that you can't buy, let's bring in our two regulars. We got the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith right here, and the infamous 11 Spawn, who I'm sure, as usual, yep, towers over everyone. So with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and at the end of the day, not 100% sure how I can give final thoughts on something you can't purchase and won't be able to purchase moving forward. So, I'm going to leave you with this. I do think the red on these knight parts is really freaking sharp, just like it was on the Cosmic Legion's Tusk Pilot and or Red Jet figure, whichever you prefer. And if you really, really want these parts in these colors, just be patient. Do not overpay for this on eBay. Just be patient. The Horsemen are going to sell, I think, all of, if not most of, the parts that were offered during this Armory experience in these colors on their website, in a series of all-ins or Legion builders, something going on there. So just be patient. Get them there. I will cover them on this channel, I assure you. And have fun with it, because at the end of the day, that's what this hobby is all about, isn't it? not losing money by spending it frivolously on things you weren't able to obtain, because not everyone's got a buddy like I do. Again, shout out to Patrick for the hookup on this one. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.